In this video, we are going to talk about the use of melatonin for dogs with anxiety. Basically for anxiety, although you will see, as I will explain in the video, that it also has other applications in other circumstances. And we talk about melatonin because it is a natural remedy that you can easily obtain. It is not expensive and it is also effective. Therefore, we will talk about how it should be used, at what dosage, and well, in general, everything you need to know about the use of this medication that fortunately can be obtained without a prescription. Okay? Well, I won't ramble on any longer, and here I will explain it to you. What is melatonin? It is important that you understand this both in humans and in animals. Don't think it is exactly the same. Well, it is nothing more than a hormone that is synthesized by the pineal gland, a gland that we have located right at the base of the brain, in the center of the brain, where there is a stalk that is where this hormone is produced. This hormone basically has the function of regulating circadian cycles, both in humans and in animals. In fact, the most common use in humans is to adapt to changes in schedule. Well, if you have had jet lag, you have changed countries, and when you arrive in the country, it is still the original time for you, which is still daytime, and there it is night. You have to adapt. That extra melatonin you take helps you fall asleep. But it also has a use, which is the use that I am basically going to explain, that is done in animals, especially in dogs, for the treatment of anxiety. That dog that is afraid to go out, that has a terrible time when you leave the house, that gets very stressed when a new person arrives, or that is panicked by fireworks. In these circumstances, melatonin also has a very important use, basically because it is a hormone that opposes cortisol, the stress hormone. That is to say, not for any other reason, simply in problems where there is an increase in cortisol, if we give melatonin, the problem is alleviated. I mean, it alleviates, as in it decreases or spreads, do you understand me? Maybe I expressed myself poorly, let's say. By reducing cortisol levels thanks to melatonin, stress and anxiety tend to disappear much sooner. Therefore, to summarize, what uses are we going to give to melatonin in dogs? Well, initially we give it to dogs that have coat problems, especially associated with Cushing's disease, 2000. At the end of the video, I will leave you a TRO explaining everything you need to know about Cushing's disease, which is a disease that can also occur in humans, but it is a hormonal disorder that causes the animal to lose fur, has strange fur, loses it in patches, and is a problem associated with high levels of cortisol and other factors that I explain in that video. But one of the ways to treat incidence, the manifestation of symptoms in this disease, is basically by giving melatonin. Secondly, it is also used for dogs that have insomnia problems. Insomnia in dogs is a problem that occurs especially in older dogs. It's the classic dog that maybe sleeps during the day and then spends the whole night wandering around the house because what happens with old age, that one gets a bit disoriented. Well, many older dogs tend to do that. In this case, giving melatonin at bedtime is great for helping the dog fall asleep more easily and not disturbing us. The third use is what we have titled in the video. Anything that causes anxiety in a dog, and you as an owner know better than anyone, it's a problem that is a candidate to be treated with melatonin. I don't care if it's separation anxiety, that you leave the house and the dog has a terrible time, or anxiety or fear of fireworks, going to the vet, or whatever you want. It is a natural medication, 100% natural with proven effectiveness. Does it have side effects? Well, yes, it does have side effects, but it's not a side effect that will drive us crazy. Basically, in some dogs, it makes them very sleepy, but that's what melatonin is given for. Maybe it causes excessive sleepiness. Okay, but I don't usually see people complaining about that. But since it's described in many leaflets, I have to mention it. And besides, it is not a suitable product to give to puppies, to give to pregnant females, or to give to nursing females. How is it given? Well, basically, it is given orally in a pill or mixed with food. It is crushed, and that's it. You might ask me, can I use human melatonin and so on? Is it the same melatonin? It is the same melatonin, but now when I mention the doses, it is difficult to determine the amount. You understand me. From a pill that usually has many milligrams of melatonin, the one we take as humans, and the dog, as you will see, needs a smaller amount. But well, if you are skilled at determining the dose, there is no problem. It is exactly same substance that we humans take as the one that animals take. And what dose do we have to give? Well, look, in dogs weighing up to 5 kilos, the dose is 1 milligram every 12 hours. As simple as that. Between 5 and 15 kilo, we will give up to 3 milligrams, the same every 12 hours. And in those weighing more than 15 kilos, we can give up to 6 milligrams every 12 hours. I tell you, it is very simple. The only problem is drowsiness, which you will see that the animal may become a bit lethargic in some cases, and that's about it. Or that some dogs, in a strange way, I have never seen it, but it is described, may have some kind of, won't say allergy, but that the medication does not agree with them, just like it happens with people. And I am convinced that the vast majority of you have not seen any problems with melatonin in anyone, but it must be mentioned because the literature says so. That's it. Thank you much and see you next time. Take care. Bye. You Sand.